What's going on, guys? My name's Brandon. I'm the founder of the TRT Community. We walk through testosterone replacement therapy with guys. It's a difficult process to navigate, and we are patients helping patients. We just help you find doctors, know what you need to know that your doctor's going to treat you right, and our mission is to help you do that. We have a podcast called All Things Testosterone, and I've realized recently that I kind of tend to cater that podcast to people that are already on TRT or that already know that they want to start TRT. So I wanted to make a video for the guy that hasn't decided yet if TRT is for him, that doesn't know if TRT is safe. So that is the theme of this video, the essence of this video. Is TRT safe? It's a fair question to ask because the media twists and polarizes things like this, and they make it seem like it's not. So I applaud you for asking the question. I applaud you for continuing to do your homework and your research. The ones that are at fault are the ones that saw some AOL news article in 2006 that said TRT is dangerous and stopped researching right there and started perpetuating this rumor that TRT is unsafe. To put it bluntly, testosterone abuse is dangerous, but abuse of anything is probably dangerous, or at least most things. We're not talking about abusing testosterone. We're talking about therapeutic doses of bioidentical testosterone to optimize your testosterone levels. When administered properly, you are healthier and safer on TRT and with your testosterone optimized than you are with deficient testosterone. That is a widely accepted fact within the medical community, within the TRT community. If your doctor is educated, then he's going to know that you are healthier on it than off of it. So we all know what the symptoms of TRT are, or at least that's probably where you started your research. There was something about you that made you think something's not right, and you started researching, and then it's fatigue and brain fog and sexual dysfunction, all this list of things. I want to talk more about the list of long-term medical conditions or medical issues that can arise when your testosterone is deficient, like osteoporosis, urinary tract disorders, weight gain, cardiovascular incidents, heart attacks and strokes, diabetes, decrease in strength, mood changes, depression, and sexual dysfunction. To support my claims, I'm going to read from this research study down here, so I'm going to lose some eye contact for a minute. I'm just going to read a couple of excerpts. I'll put the link to the study in the description below. Also, I didn't cherry pick this. There are many studies that trend this direction. In fact, I would venture to say that most, if not all, real studies that have been done in the last 5 years would probably sway towards TRT being safe. While TRT may increase serum prostate-specific antigen in some men, it often remains within clinically acceptable ranges. PSA may go up, but most of the time it's going to remain within the acceptable range. It has not been shown to increase the risk of prostate cancer. Current literature supports that TRT does not substantially worsen lower urinary tract symptoms and may actually improve symptoms in some men. Limited evidence suggests that TRT may initially worsen obstructive sleep apnea in some, but that is not a long-standing effect. Sleep apnea can worsen. It can be exacerbated. But I'll tell you, I use a CPAP machine. I felt amazing on testosterone, and then I felt even better on the sleep apnea machine. The two together, I feel better than I ever have as an adult. It goes on to say that TRT may result in erythrocytosis, elevated hematocrit. However, long-term studies have not reported significant adverse events. Your hematocrit may rise, and often it does. That is something, all of these side effects can be managed easily. You can eat grapefruit and inject more frequently, or you can donate blood if you have to. The conclusion of the study states, the available evidence indicates that TRT is largely considered to be safe in most men, with a small inherent risk of adverse events in the selected high-risk populations of men with multiple medical comorbidities. The small inherent risks that they're talking about aren't death necessarily. They're talking about the small risk of elevated hematocrit, the small risk of exacerbated sleep apnea, those types of things. So I know that you're likely in the hardest part of your journey. determined that you're probably low. Maybe you've even gotten blood results that say you're low. The process that's the most difficult is deciding if the benefits outweigh the risks. And I would definitely argue that they outweigh the risks. I can't argue that it's worth it for you. I've been there before, so I know exactly what you're going through. I've got a close friend that's there right now. My dogs are going nuts, sorry. I've got a close friend that's there right now. He's trying to decide, he knows he came in at like 127 nanograms per deciliter, which is really low. Now he's trying to decide if his symptoms make it worth it for him to commit to such a big commitment. It's not a simple process that you just inject and then you're done. It takes fine tuning. It takes additional medications. You're going to be sticking yourself with a needle every week at least. I do it 3 times a week. So, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of research. It becomes part of your life, and that's easy for me because I have the TRT community and I spend a lot of time doing that and helping guys. But every guy doesn't have an outlet like that. That like TRT is not necessarily going to be your life like it is mine. So it may or may not be worth it. But I'll tell you that if you're low, then you're probably feeling pretty bad. And people will say TRT's for life, and it's not untrue necessarily, but you can stop for sure. So maybe it's worth a shot for 6 months, for 3 months, just to see if you do feel better and if you are going to benefit from treatment, and if it is worth all of the work that is involved, because it really is a lot of work. I just maybe see 1% decide that they're not gonna keep it up, they're not gonna do it anymore. And honestly, I always wonder if that's more to do with either their lack of dedication or their doctor's lack of knowledge, or maybe a combination of the two. Because the guys that the 99% that stay on it, they feel amazing. They've never felt better. So that's all. I just wanted to get that out there. I'm gonna post the link to the research study below. Google it. I challenge you to continue doing your research. When I make these videos, when I do a podcast, when I'm talking in our Facebook group, I do it because I want to challenge you to keep researching. I want to inspire you. I just want to pepper you with information so that you'll be inspired to do your own research. And I challenge you to stick to research studies. Don't let Dr. Google scare you out of anything, whether it be this or whatever. I mean, anytime you Google it, it's going to be horrific. Read the research studies. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/TRT Community. We've got nearly 14, 15,000 guys in there. We're the largest of our kind. We're great for beginners. We just bounce ideas off each other. You can come in and ask questions, that kind of thing. But yeah, keep doing your research. Anyway, that's all I got today. Thanks.